G'day guys, Sam from TradeToProspa to give you a Solana TA. Interesting chart. Have an example of the Wyckoff cycle here, and I'm going to align this with our Solana chart. Along with this, I have a downward channel, and it might help us find the bottom when the time comes. For now, it is just a method that we use to find strong resistance or pivot points, and just like moving averages, also use those as a means of gauging important levels and the trend as well. So what we have here right now is the daily on Solana, and if we align it with a few things like the Fibonacci, the way I've done it here, the 618 is roughly $15. I'm going to give you an idea why I think this might be the case, where this is my target. Give me a sec. Here we go. That might be the target. So keep this chart in mind, and let's go. The top section right here is related to this area here, the distribution. As you can see, prior to getting to the top, we had this middle phase over here, which is represented by that. As we are aligned with that, we also see this section also represented by this shaded area. So it is pretty much in line with this chart, the Wyckoff chart. This section followed by this section, we're gonna have a look. This section here is done by that. If you know your Wyckoff charts, this was your automatic response, buying climax, secondary test, and so on. So this is clear. That's the top. This is the downward phase, and then we come to a reaccumulation downward phase, which is that. Then we have this phase here, and that might be around here. So I do expect this to come down, have some choppiness, and then find its last resting stage here, based on this structure. Hopefully that makes sense, and it's aligned. When we're looking closer, it's also the middle of the channel. It could also be a descending wedge as well. So you can probably say, okay, we can use that, and this is the pocket where price might just come down. If it does come down like this, strong, we can see that happening, a capitulation in line with potentially the SP 500 and so on, because they are right at the moment looking to drop the weekly 200 moving average. So if they lose the 200 weekly moving average, we are likely to lose and drop. So the synchronization is there, and this is my likely scenario where we find support along with this Fibonacci level. It could anywhere. It just really depends how it drops. If it capitulates, then we get a wick to this level. If it comes down a bit slower, then that's a bit up there. So I'll place orders here and I'll place orders there. And the middle of this channel, you can see the selling climax has a nice wick. You might be lucky to get something here. Maybe in the center is probably the best way to look for that level. So that is my thoughts at the moment. I'm now looking closer in. Let's have a look on the 4-hour. Looking on the 4-hour chart, you can see the top half of the channel, very clear level of resistance, right? This middle channel here. Yep, that's a strong line, a lot of confluence. We had a bit of a breakout to this level. You can see the Fibonacci on this channel is working well. A few levels here. There's a lot of confluence, and you can see how when certain things happen, we find support and so on. Right now we had this grind and this pretty much symmetrical triangle really. And what happened? 50% of the chance either direction, but with a downtrend, you have to lean to the downside, and that's what's happened. Yep. And now we're going to look for a shorting possibility. So we're looking for price to come around this area. Maybe might not give us a chance, and maybe it's lower, and then we find our short. That will give us our first touch, second touch, third touch. That is our fourth touch. Sometimes it just goes through the fourth touch. Sometimes we get the fifth touch going through. Really depends on what the market does. But I am looking definitely to short this market and short it in a big way. I do believe we are going to capitulate sooner or later. And if you want my thoughts on how that works out, look on my previous video stream. It's both on TradingView or YouTube, and you can see my explanation. So I'm looking for this good entry. Hopefully we get it, guys. But I'm looking for a bounce. Maybe it'll come down to this level. Look at our fibs, and that sort of lines up. The 0.382 is probably the best it can get to. It's definitely you can see how that this area was a strong support. This range, you can see, and so this is likely to be resistance, and I don't think we're going to get to that level here. I will put my stop loss above this. Could be a fake out, but wait for it to come up. We're going to find. I think it might even come lower, and that I think that's a dip, and it just depends how it goes. If it goes really strong, it's going to be a fake out. You might look for another shorting possibility, but you got to keep your eye on it. Place. You can't put your. You shouldn't put your orders now. You should be watching it because it's the behavior really matters as well. But I am looking to short this market here, and I think this is the last stage before it jumps down really big. So make good use of it. Um, Looks like certain things on Binance doesn't let you have leveraging, unfortunately, especially with the margin. They seem to be out of coins, so not surprising. Shorts are there. There is that short squeeze possibility. So shorts are coming in. They could just push it up a bit and then back down again. So look for the fake out. Look for that short squeeze before you um, do a high leverage. It takes a bit of a experience, but that's what I'm looking at. Come and join our club on the Telegram channel, our community. If we're online, we'll make that call. Otherwise, you got to do it yourself. You can come to my website for training, and don't leave it late, guys, because next year is probably the best time for you to be equipped on trading, because mid-year I think will be the bottom, somewhere around there, and the bull market starts, and you want to be having those skills. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I won't talk too long. Have a good time. Talk to you soon. Please give me a like and share, and bye.